Up. What was wrong with that one? Robbie Swift on the best wave of this set. Better ride it. He's not going to let me down. Here comes Swifty fading into it from behind. This is a huge moment for him. He is dropping into a picturesque cloud break offering and punches his cutback with precision. Robbie Swift on a gorgeous wave, a dream wave. Continuing his ride to the inside. This was the wave you wanted. Maybe it was just Campello and Clarek who just didn't want to. Baptiste Clarek on a proper-sized cloud break wave here. And he has every intention to ride this. Mark my words. Here comes Clarek. He's done enough fading. He realizes where he is. It's time to get started on this. Wraps it around on his RRD board and rig. Proudly sponsored by Roberto Ricci Designs, Baptiste Clarek. Now, guns for the inside. Here it is. Showtime on the aerial. Lip line. He's not done. This thing is crushing down the line. He's got to go as fast as he can, highlining his way all the way, and completely reading this perfectly. Did you see the high line on that? The level of speed and amplitude that Baptiste Clarek just displayed was monumental. And lest I spoke too soon, here comes Clarek chipping in with Sugi behind him. Oh, Clarek's on something critical here. Oh no. He's wearing the set on the back of the head and he gets obliterated. You saw it coming. Here comes Sugi. Sugi also needs to get on his horse and absorb the lesson of the elbow before shish kebabs. 100% commitment from Sugi. Takuma Sugi is heading to the inside for a big, big hero hit if he wants it. He wants it. He gets obliterated. A mirror image of the Brasinho. One-way ticket to Shish Kebab's award. Now Sugi enters the running. It appears as if the horizon is shifting and that Robbie Swift has found what will be his second scoring ride of this final, and it is a good one. Oh, excuse me, that's Antoine Martin. Oh no. Never mind. Not the first time this has happened. Anyway, we can understand that he's not in the final. He's getting a little play. And that's that. It's quite a nice wave. Fortunately, the score is going to be a 0. And you better hope that he didn't take that away from someone else who was actually in this heat. Anyway, that's on display, and it is what it is. Beautiful wave. And probably a pretty big fine. Campello still yet to score a wave. Yes, Simeon. Do we have any consequences for Antoine Martin's ride through the middle of the final?
We've just put Antoine back into the final.
You've just put Antoine back into the final.
We have, and the reason for that was that in that semi-final, we had a whole lot of people break the rider rule, which was to be dropped at the yellow.
We'll let Campello's ride go here. Thank you. This was the wave that we wished Ricardo would catch. And we have a very interesting situation unfolding here, to say the least. Campello scoring off the bottom, forcing himself to ride this wave. He's also really far up on it. There's a lot more coming on this wave. There's a lower section for Campello, who's going to need every ounce of this wave to get back into contention here. Ricardo Campello reading this wave very effectively. This wave gifted him an opportunity to get several turns. He read it perfectly. Campello continues his ride. and proceeds. We will continue with the explanation from Simeon in just a moment because Baptiste Clarec is also RD, boards and sails, is in the middle section here and skies a giant aerial over the pit. Baptiste Clarec continuing his ride. And he is out, and that allows us an exchange. Simeon, please join me here.
Okay, I'll scoot over.
Yeah, scoot over. We'll get this on the screen here. There's enough of an in-between moment that we can now get the explanation from Simeon Glasson, IWT Director. Big moment for Swifty, and big moment for Antoine, who's somebody you want to root for as well. And here comes Swifty, looking like he can bottom turn like any of the best of them with a searing cutback. Swifty's hitting his stride here. He's having one of the best days of his life. Antoine Martin behind him. Antoine Martin gunning for the horizon here with another offering for Clarec behind him. And behind him, Campbell is finally going to get his first wave. Look at this exchange at Cloudbreak. This is what it's all about. Antoine Martin in the final by nature of what would amount to, in my book, a protest hearing of sorts based on a technicality battle with Campello and Martin and Sugi, and Clarec wants to be champion. This is his moment to give it to us. Beautiful bottom turn. High level cut back here. He is looking super sharp. Clarec perfectly lined up with the contour of the wave. Sugi on the outside skying an aerial. Clarec skying his own version of the inside. Shish Kebab's hero hit. Sugi combining it. Clarec with one of the best waves I've ever seen in my life. Sugi just crushing Shish Kebabs here. And he might actually want to get out of there. Yeah, you don't want anything to do with the inside down low there. Let an incredibly dynamic sport based on a lot of different elements that have to combine to allow us to do what we're doing here today. And that's namely having waves and wind from certain angles that allow wave sailing to reach new heights like this. Robbie Swift crushing this wave. Roof riding it. And I am just sitting here going, this has to be a dream. And we're all living it here today. And thank you for everybody joining us, because this is what it's all about. Here are our current standings. And you know, the flag's still up. We have 2 minutes remaining by my reckoning. Baptiste Clarec fades behind the peak. This is one of those wide, dangerous ones. Here comes Clarec aiming for the sky. Big aerial into the pit, still going. Second aerial, just piecing it. Baptiste Clarec showing the world that he is a world title contender here at Cloudbreak. Third aerial on this wave, and probably the best one. And he doesn't mind going to shish kebabs at all after that. What a display by Baptiste Clarec. That's going to likely be the highest score of this final, where he's going to have to get on his horse and do some lip hitting. Campello squares his bottom turn. High lines it towards the inside section. Can he sky this aerial? Way off the bottom, Campello's crushing the lip all the way through the section. That was a radical display. That was a radical display right there. Antoine Martin, our honorary 5th finalist. Scoring salvo, but it's not. We have event over. However, Sugi was on this wave when the heat went down. Is this going to count? Sugi's on an absolute window maker here. Sugi's on a wave. And this was caught before the end of the heat. So this has implications. Sugi definitely caught this wave before the end of the heat, and he's done. And Antoine Martin elbowing in on a wild-looking cloud break offering here has set himself up nicely. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to conclude the 2023 Fiji Surf Pro in thrilling fashion as we have a rider going for broke on the end section, and that is worth the price of admission alone. Wow, a lot of things